Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. And now we've got news to share out of Wilmington, where a mariner was rescued by the Coast Guard. Again, the Coast Guard watchstanders got a call around 5:30 p.m. from a towing service about a vessel, Opeechee, which had run aground and couldn't be towed. Officials say Station Fort Macon launched their 29-foot response boat, small boat crew, and were met by a National Park Service vessel, which assisted with the shoreside rescue of the mariner. Now, a surface swimmer swam out to the mariner and brought him safely to shore. At the time, wind gusts reached 30 miles an hour and waves were about 3 feet high, according to officials. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. And we again want to now turn to crime news, where we just learned the verdict from the Sean P. Diddy Combs sex trafficking case. And now we turn our attention to the case involving Bryan Kohberger and the 4 slain University of Idaho students. NBC's Jay Gray has more on the plea deal that is again being discussed by prosecutors as well as the victims' families.
Yeah, you know, this really a stunning deal, and it comes just 5 weeks before what was set to be the start of a quadruple murder trial for Bryan Kohberger. Kohberger agreeing to plead guilty to the murders of Madison Mogen, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, and Kylie Goncalves, avoiding the death penalty.
It's my daughter. It's our children. How can you say it's just when you haven't even talked to us to see what justice looks like for us? Idaho's failed. They failed me. They failed my whole family.
3 of the victims' families outraged by this deal, and that they were not, they say, a part of the process more than 2.5 years after their kids, students at the University of Idaho, were viciously stabbed to death in an off-campus apartment. We do expect for this hearing to go off in just a bit here, and there could be inside responses and a chance for the families of the victims to speak. We'll keep watching things outside the courthouse here. For now, though, I'm Jay Gray, NBC News.
Thank you very much, Jay, for that report. We now want to turn our attention to your weather forecast, where we're starting to see storms really popping up across eastern North Carolina. Let's take a look at, again, what we've seen over the past few hours, and you can see that a lot of the showers and storms that were further back towards the west, they continue to inch their way eastward. Let's zoom it in on, again, what we've seen over the past 2 hours. Not a lot happened before 11. And then, well, things certainly got a little bit wet out there. Let's take one more look at, again, those showers and storms. See if we can go back. No, not going to let me. We've got air temperatures right now holding in the mid 80s to low 80s. A few of us who've received a little bit more rain over the past about 10-15 minutes are noticeably cooler. Roanoke Rapids as well as Kinston both coming in the upper 70s, but certainly feels a little bit warmer out there. Here's what it feels like outside. Again, right now we've got air temperatures that continue to rise into the triple digits for some, just based on the higher humidity. But moving forward through the next few hours, we'll continue to see these air temperatures kind of hover around the upper, I would say mid 90s to upper 90s. A few areas, again, closer to the water will likely end up seeing those air temperature, or excuse me, your feels like temperatures reach into the triple digits. We're seeing that right now in Edenton. We're close in Swan Quarter as well as Oriental. But again, as we head through the rest of the day, we are likely going to be seeing cooler air temperatures than what we had yesterday. Now, again, really quickly, do want to give you a look at what we are seeing wind-wise. Winds out of the southwest will keep the air temperatures in the 70s and even the mid 80s, but wind speeds will certainly help usher in some of that, I'd say some of that more humid air. Right now, wind speeds generally between around 7 to 15 miles an hour. Here's a look at your afternoon planner. For the rest of the afternoon, we'll continue to cool off. Air temperatures are going to be going from the mid 80s down to the low 80s. Of course, it'll happen quicker for those of you receiving a little bit more rain. Tomorrow morning, starting out mostly cloudy, but we'll see those clouds gradually break apart and pull apart throughout the day. Moving forward through the afternoon, we're back in the mid to upper 80s. Some areas may sneak back into the low 90s, but with the added heat and humidity, we could certainly see another round of pop-up showers and storms coming up for tomorrow afternoon. Now here's a look at your full, again, southeastern look at exactly what we've got coming up over the next 48 hours. That cold front, again, moving off the coast early tomorrow morning. It will be helped. Nice little assist from that high pressure system further up towards the northwest. That's going to help push that low pressure system out into the ocean. We will have a few lingering showers, possibly early Thursday morning, but I think by the time most of us wake up, those showers are going to be pretty much all said and done. Later on in the afternoon, again, a few spot showers and storms will be a possibility along the coast. Now, we're not looking at any sort of great rain threat as we head into your Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday. I can't say it'll be completely dry, but we won't be looking at this type of pattern. This is what we've got coming up later on this afternoon at around 3 p.m. Heavy rain showers stretching across eastern North Carolina. Thunderstorms mixed in as well, and everything stays wet until we get to around midnight. After that, a lot of the bulk of the rain will have moved off the coast. That leaves us again with a fairly dry for the July forecast. Can't call it completely dry. 91 degrees plus humidity. Your dew points in the 70s will give us a slim chance, maybe a stray pop-up shower or two. Similar story on Saturday, but the presence of that high pressure system up to our north is going to do a very good job of suppressing cloud cover as well as rain chances. Not going to see a whole lot of them, particularly Friday and into Saturday. Now, as that high moves up towards the northeast and then out into the Atlantic, we'll see more clouds and rain showers become more likely for your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Air temperatures will be back in the low 90s, but your humidity will also be a little bit higher. Note those overnight lows, upper 60s, 69 degrees for Friday night and Saturday night, back in the low to mid 70s though by the time we reach Monday night and Tuesday night of next week. That's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Supreme Choice.